And today is weather dominated by cloud and rain, a miserable grey day, but there is some sunshine though as we head our way into the weekend.
Check a trade, checkatrade.com.
Good morning, Susanna, and good morning to you too. Now, before we get to the UK weather, check out this snow in northern Italy. Now, you've seen earlier on this week, they had the flooding in Venice, but these are the scenes. They had over 150 centimetres of snow over the high ground of northern Italy, and about 200 tourists were stranded for about 4 days and needed to be rescued by helicopter because the snow just became so heavy and inundated them so quickly because they have had such stormy weather. And actually, the outlook as we head through the next few days for central areas of Europe is for potentially more of the same. More stormy weather making its way from the western Med through the eastern Med through the next few days. A more settled outlook closer to home for today into tomorrow, but later on Friday, the remnants of an ex-hurricane Oscar heading its way north of the UK, and that is set to bring with it some wet and windy weather. The remnants of it at the moment, the track has been some uncertainty, but it looks like it'll be towards the northwest and bringing some heavy rain and gales later on Friday on into the start of the weekend. But for today's weather, a west-east split. Eastern areas are cloudy and wet. The rain here is heavy and mild start, plus 12 degrees, but a cold one, -4, -5 degrees starting this morning. Through the day, it turns brighter and sunnier for many, but still feeling cold. For the weather.
Checkatrade.com.
Good morning to you. Well, that could be a soggy old sight. It is a wet one outside today. Across the eastern areas, a clear cold one out towards the west. But as we head into the next 24 hours, we are watching the remnants of an ex-hurricane, Hurricane Oscar, now a tropical storm, an ex-tropical storm making its way towards the north of the UK tomorrow evening. We've been following the track of this, and it looks as though it will turn particularly wet and windy through northern areas this weekend, but elsewhere we still have quite an unsettled outlook. But this is how it looks for today. In the east there's rain, in the west there's sunny, and it still feels cold. Now, at the moment, the clearest skies are in the west, where we're greeted by gorgeous sunshine this morning, but temperatures has fallen as low as -4, -5 degrees. But in the east, the reverse. It is cloudy, it is mild, it is wet, but 12 degrees are starting temperatures here. Through the day today, much of East Anglia and the southeast of England stays cloudy and wet, but the rain slowly relinquishes its grip. Drier, brighter skies out towards the west, a story of sunshine and showers, and still feeling chilly despite the sunshine.
Checkatrade.com.
Good morning to you. Well, weather-wise, we saw just a few days ago in Italy, they had widespread scenes of flooding in Venice. 75% of it was underwater down to heavy rainfall. Now, they have had torrential snowfall. They had 1.5 metres of snow across northern areas of Italy, and 197 staff and also holidaymakers were stranded up the mountain for 4 days. They were rescued finally yesterday as the weather abated by helicopters in the army, and they're all now down to safety. But look at that, how much snow. That would be pretty epic. Now, it is cold enough in the UK for some snow, but actually this morning it is just a cold, frosty start and a little bit icy to boot. Now, western areas is where we've got sunshine and showers today, but eastern areas it is cloudy and wet. Now, this morning in the west, temperatures have dipped as low as -4 degrees, a bitterly cold, but at least sunny start to our day, cloudy and wet for eastern areas. Now, slowly the rain will relinquish its grip, perhaps just linger in the east, but elsewhere brighter later. For the weather where you are in detail.
Checkatrade.com.
Good morning to you. Well, can you believe it is November already? And it feels pretty cold outside this morning, particularly through western areas of the UK. Clear, cold, dry conditions. Plenty of cloud, of course, across eastern areas, but it will brighten up later. Now, first thing this morning, it is definitely a west-east split. Western areas clear, cold, sunny. That's one face of autumn, but the other face is this grey, miserable, grotty start in the east, where it is exceptionally mild, 12 or 13 degrees to start our day. So in the east, don't leave the house without an umbrella. In the west, don't leave the house without sunglasses and those extra layers. But the good news is across eastern areas of England and Scotland, slowly but surely that rain relinquishes its grip and we see the return of sunshine as we head through the afternoon, albeit for East Anglia and the southeast where it stays grey. Warming up in the west with some sunshine, a story of sunshine and showers. It'll be a cold, frosty start to Friday, but then later on Friday and on into the weekend, a spell of very wet and windy weather set to sweep in, particularly in the north. For the
Checkertrade.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. Now, some big changes with the weather over the next few days. High pressure builds in tomorrow, a decent start, but then the remnants of an ex-hurricane, post-tropical storm Oscar, sweeps towards northern areas into the weekend, bringing the spell of wet and windy weather. But for today, a west-east split. Now, western areas, a glorious, sunny but cold start to the day. Eastern areas are cloudy and wet. But for southern areas, some fog around this morning, so slow going on the roads. The chance of some delays, so just check before you travel and allow some extra time. Slowly but surely, after a wet start for eastern Scotland and eastern England, the rain clears away. It will hang on for most of the day for eastern areas, but by and large, an improving story through the day today, and with some sunshine, highs up to 11 or 12 degrees. But the outlook after a frosty start for tomorrow turns wetter and windier as we head into the weekend. For the weather where you are in detail, go to itv.com.